do here?
Well, I'm the printer here at Black Creek. I make the local newspaper. That's how we find out about what's going on in the rest of the world. This newspaper here is from 1859, and this is the type of thing that I would make in a shop like this.
So Andrew, what's the difference between printing now and then?
Today, we use a computer for printing. We email it to our editor, we press the print button on the computer. 150 years ago, that stuff hadn't been invented yet, so we have to do everything manually or physically. We have to put things together with our hands, and we have to operate the machinery not using electricity, but using our own power, using our muscles to actually power the machines.
I see.
This is a weekly newspaper because it takes an enormous amount of work for us to set it up every week. What we have to do is put thousands and thousands of little tiny letters together, one by one, so we can create a big stamp that can go onto the printing press, be inked up, and stamped into the paper. When we do newspapers, we use really, really tiny letters. Believe it or not, there's a small, tiny letter E on the end of that. I know, isn't that tiny?
Whoa.
So what we're doing is every tiny letter is set one by one. Now I got a little paragraph here that I set up. And here, let me see this. That every letter is set one by one. And they're all separate, and that would take about an hour and a half of work just to do that tiny little paragraph. Pretty different than computers.
Gooey ink, a big ruler, and a printing press. What more could a kid ask for? Let's get to it.
So what you just hold the handle here, take your other hand and roll the ink around. Roll it around. That's actually putting ink onto the roller. You thin it out a little bit there. Now that should be perfect. You lift it up, bring it to the printing press. Now you put the roller on the plate and roll back and forth over the whole thing so your picture has a thin coating of ink on the top. The next step is I take a blank sheet of paper and I lay it on the top of our engraving, right about there. We bring this part down, take this handle, and roll the bed in, all the way. Okay, this is where we use some muscle power here. Come on over here and pull as hard as you can. All right, muscles, there you go. We release, roll it back out, push down, and we have one finished top. Let's see how you do it. Ah, very nice. That looks pretty good. You did a good job on it.
Lucky thing I was built for that kind of work. See you next time at Black Creek Pioneer Village.